Hello, hello. Welcome back. Today we're talking about 5 mistakes to avoid if you'd like to manifest your heart's desire, what you really want, i.e., your desires. So, I'm Condi Bartlett. I'm a modern mystic from Portland, Oregon. I'm a manifestation expert, a master mindset coach, and I help people define and manifest their dreams. What does that look like in real life? I help people transform their finances, their health, and their relationships. That might be finding the love of their life. It may be 10xing their income. Anyways, I'm obsessed with helping you achieve everything you once thought was impossible. Because the truth is, anything is possible because everything is energy. So let's dive in. If you're here live, let me know. I'd love to welcome you and say hello. We're going to just dive right into mistake number one. And mistake number one, I had a conversation this last week with two of my clients about this because part of their homework assignment was to have 5 asks to the universe a day. And for some people, this is really hard because they're not used to asking for help, not just from physical people, but from the universe or anybody. They just have this mindset that they are going to do it all alone, which is ridiculous, right? But, anyways, so one of the things that I stipulated was you only ask once. You only get one try at a certain ask, and you cannot repeat it. And this sent people into a tizzy this week because they were gonna cheat and ask for the same thing over and over and over again. And plus, the other thing that was missing from their ask was that they wouldn't ask for things for themselves. They would only ask for things for other people. And so then I had to stipulate, nope, you can only ask for yourself this week. So, anyways, asks are important. And the thing about if you're asking for something over and over again, for one of my clients, I said to her, imagine you've got kids, right? Imagine, well, you don't have to imagine actually. when your kids come to you and they keep asking and asking and asking for the same thing, it gets really annoying. But the thing is, when you're doing it with the universe, it's sending out a message because you're in a vibration of looking at what's not there. So what that means is you're in this space of lack, not in a space of abundance of yes, it's coming, yes, it's here, yes, I've got it. It's like, nope, I don't have it. I'm frustrated, I'm pissed off, and your vibration is just going right down the tubes. And what happens is you just create more experiences of frustration with that continuous asking. That's mistake number one. Mistake number two in manifesting that people make all the time is creating limits on how fast it can manifest. So they ask, right? And then the next day they're like looking at their watch. They're like, why isn't it here yet? It should be here. This isn't a good sign that it's not here. And it just may be that the universe is redirecting you. Because when you ask, when you ask, it's given, right? It's given, it's on its way, right? The only problem is we block the receiving of this by putting in ridiculous limitations about how it has to show up, when it has to show up. It has to show up on a Tuesday. It has to be Sunday. I have to be wearing polka dots. It's absurd. So there has to be a detachment, right? And no limits on things. Because when you put limits on your ask, then it actually limits the universe from giving you more than what you asked for or something better than you asked for, because you're like putting it in this little constricted place, trying to control things, right? And the thing is, there isn't any control in that because the universe loves to delight us and surprise us. And so why not let something bigger and better flow to you? Relax a little bit. Abundance is relaxed. This is supposed to be fun, okay? I'm trying to keep track here. I've got my sheets here. Number three, mistake number three, we don't create space for what you want to show up. What do I mean by this? Well, it's kind of like when you go clothes shopping and you don't think to clean out your closet first, and then you bring loads of clothes back home and you have no place to put the new clothes, right? So the same is true about our energetic bandwidth or storage, right? So if you think of it in terms of like a hard drive, most people's hard drive is filled up with their past experiences, past memories, past trauma, negative emotions, limiting beliefs. That's the crap that has to go. That's the thing you clear out that's in the way of you getting every single thing that you would love to have with speed. So the more you can clear stuff out, the more you can forgive other people, the more you can forgive yourself, the more you can release shame or guilt or fear or anger or all the stuff that creates anxiety and keeps you in a constricted place instead of an expanded space where everything can just flow freely and be effortless, right? That's what we would love. Mistake number 4 is this thing always gets people. The how. They ask for the thing and then they take it over. They take it over because they think they're in charge of getting it delivered somehow. So they take it over and they try to figure out the how. The how is not your job. The what is your job. What you would love. What you would love to experience. What you would like to be. What you would like to have, right? The how it shows up, that's up to the universe. And so again, it's that kind of detaching in a way, not having a certain expectation about how it has to show up, how you have to be, and just letting the universe kind of sprinkle down synchronicities, like the breadcrumb trail that gets you to where you get the thing and it's better than you thought, and then you get the next thing and the next thing and the next thing. See, there's no or. I get this or this. It's always and. I get this, and I can have this, and I can have this, and I can have this. There's no or. And your job is the what. So if you can just put this in your head today, your job is the what, not the how. That's the universe's job. Don't do the universe's job. It's like somebody like you've got a desk, a computer sitting on it, and somebody comes in and starts doing the work for you. You start taking over somebody else's desk and doing their work and deleting files and doing all these different things. And that's what happens when you're trying to figure out the how, and the universe is like, what is she doing? Why is she at my desk? Right? Hi, Lizzie. Glad that you're here. Oh, my goodness. So the how, not your job. The what is your job. So this leads us to mistake number 5. And that is we give up too fast. So when we think that we ask for something and it doesn't come immediately, we give up. And it's that thing like, oh, it's not here yet. It's not going to happen. Oh, the universe is mad at me. I'm being punished, or some other ridiculous story that we make up. The thing is, we make up a ton of stories about things, and none of them, well, maybe 3% of the stories we make up are real or true or actually connected to our reality in a way that matters. It's really interesting. But I run into that a lot. When I work with people, they're like, oh, I know this is a ridiculous thing. In fact, yesterday I was teaching a master class to a group of women in Ireland, and I got to help. I was doing a tapping demonstration. And so I had 3 volunteers, and each one of them kind of came up and they were like, I know this is ridiculous, but this is the belief that I have. Like, this is all my fault that this divorce happened, right? And so we started going through the tapping thing. And the thing is, I've had this happen with clients before because I have a natural ability to clear things for people, is that things start clearing before we start tapping, or we start doing super conscious clearing, or it just starts to dissolve immediately. And so when I said that to her, she's like, yeah, it's already starting to lessen. Even though it's at 10, now it's already at a 7, right? And then we did tapping, and then it was gone. And then in hindsight, it just was absurd that she had thought that, right? And she was like, I'm really excited to start the next chapter of my life. I'm not going to be lamenting about this divorce. I don't feel the sadness and the grief anymore, right? So transformation can happen really fast. Transformation can happen really fast. I mean, within just a few minutes, each one of those ladies that came up with like something that had like an impact level of 10, which is really bad, each one of them got to a 0, which is like neutral, which is they can't even feel the feeling that they started with when we started working, right? That's what I'd love people to experience, to create a sense of freedom and space in their lives so that things can start to be easy, so things can start to be effortless and start to flow. And then you can really do what you came here to do and make the impact in the world that you were born to make, right? Because each one of us has a purpose, has a divine mission that we're here to do. And people that follow me, those are the thought leaders. Those are the people that create the pebble in the pond that hits millions and millions of people. They're not aware of it a lot of times. They can't see their beauty. They can't often see the power that they have. And I kind of shine a light on that for them and say, look over here. So those are the 5 mistakes. I'm going to review them. Number 1 was don't ask more than once. Stop asking more than once. The universe gets the order. It's like, how many times are you going to order the same thing from Amazon? Does that make sense? No. Stop it. So number 2 is create space. Oh, no, wait. Number 2 was creating limits for how fast something can manifest. Mistake, I can't even talk now. Mistake number 3, you don't create space for the thing to show up. Meaning, let go of your emotional baggage. It's time. It's time to let that stuff go, to get on the other side of it. And that can happen fast if you're working with me. Mistake number 4, you overanalyze the how. And again, the how's not your job. The what is your job. The what is your job. Number 5, you see detours as denials and you give up too fast. So you think your request has been denied. Like, that never happens. If you put in your order at Amazon, it goes through, usually. I think I've only had it happen once where it was not the thing. But sometimes we forget to ask. Here's the trick about number 5. We forget to ask the universe. We forget to listen to our intuition, which is our superpower. And we forget to ask this very poignant question. Is this in my best and highest good? Before we even ask for the friggin' thing, right? Sometimes we ask for things that are not in our best and highest good, to work with people that are not aligned with us, and it creates a lot of suffering. And it just like flip, 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 a lot of suffering. Let's shortcut all that. I've shared these 5 mistakes. You might be making all of them. You could just stop. You can reassess what you've been doing. And then when you do, you're going to notice manifesting starts to happen faster. In fact, faster, forget about it. Forget about it. Time and space don't exist. Therefore, things can actually manifest instantly. I know this is a mind blower, right? Mind blown. Things can manifest instantly. That's how instantaneous healing happens. And I've had that happen so many times with clients where pain just gone. Beliefs gone. If things can get injured in a minute, or in a second actually, why can't they be healed in a second? I'm going to leave you with that thought. So anyways, that's my installment for this week. I do have a special flash sale that I'm doing the next 3 days on my mini program, which is called Get Rich and Activate Abundance. It has a workbook that's really a deep dive that's going to help you figure out what your money blocks are and how to overcome them. There's some audios in there. There's some tapping instruction and how to use tapping with essential oils, specific essential oils, so that it's like a dynamic duo, just kind of scrubbing bubbles, letting go of those beliefs and blocks that are keeping you stuck and limited and in lack, right? So here's the flash sale. It's usually $37, which sounds like very minimal, right? Now it's on sale for $13.50, only for the next 3 days. This workbook and the audios that are with it, and also I have an audio for superconscious clearing, which is the fastest way I've seen to scrub stuff out of your subconscious mind effortlessly. I mean, really, you just bring an issue forward and it gets scrubbed out of your subconscious mind, and it's fast. It's not like hypnosis where you have to listen for 30 days. It's like less than 15 minutes. If any of that sounds good to you, if you've been feeling stuck and like manifesting isn't working and you know there's a problem and you know you have blocks, but you don't know what they are, and you'd really like to have more money, I would suggest getting my flash sale for $13.50. Okay. The link is in the description here. And I will post it separately in my Facebook group. If you're not a member of my Facebook group, come and join me and get a little extra support there. Anyways, that's it for me. I am going to sign off. You guys have a beautiful weekend. Thank you for joining me. I love you all and happy manifesting. Bye.